Oh, hey, Ara.
Hello, Andrew.
How are you?
Hanging in there.
Oh, good, good. I have some very exciting news.
Oh, I like exciting news.
Yes, yes. I was cleaning the house the other day, and I ran into an old friend.
Ran into an old friend cleaning the house.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's, Hello, Ara.
Andrew,
What?
what is Mr. Puddles doing here?
Mr. Puddles? 1 second. What is the problem?
You know we don't get along.
What do you mean you don't get along?
I'm not working with this puppet.
We can totally smooth things over, all right? All right. Trust me, trust me. Mr. Puddles, Ara would like for you to apologize. Apparently, you remember that thing that happened a long time ago? Yeah, it wasn't so nice, was it? No. All right. Do you feel ready to apologize to Ara? Okay. Hi, Ara.
Hello, Mr. Puddles.
I just want you to know that I'm very, truly, overwhelmingly sorry for what I did to cause you all that consternation all those years ago. It was very nice.
Thank you, Mr. Puddles.
And I'm going to kill you in your sleep.
What was that?
What?
You heard what he said?
What did he say?
You said it!
Said what?
Oh, God.
Mr. Puddles, did you say anything that was weird or lewd, crass, or possibly life-threatening? He says no.
Well, let me just say... I don't like this thing!
I got rid of the doll.
Sure.
I mean, I know he freaks you out a little bit.
Yes.
But I figured it'd be fun to have him here because we could, talk about Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Great film.
I love that film.
It's very good. I watched it recently. Still
Yeah.
holds up.
It's quite funny. It's funny when you're younger. It's funny when you're older. I mean, it's just the gags, they hold up. It's got tons of rewatchability.
Mm-hmm.
The performances are spot on. Obviously it's a road movie, so he has to hit, one place to get to the next place, and so on and so forth. Going to the biker bar, iconic. His run-in with Mickey. Going to the diner, Large Marge.
It's one of those movies. I watched it. I want to say I watched it before I started watching Pee-wee's Playhouse, but it may have been the other way around actually. But again, one of those films that's very appeals to a mass audience. I liked it as a 10-year-old kid. I certainly did not understand a lot of the jokes because there's a lot of adult humor in there. So then watching it again as you get older and realizing, oh man, this is so not profane. What's the word I'm looking for?
Risque. There's also some really troubling things that happen in that movie that, as a kid, you don't really necessarily think about, but as an adult, you're kind of like...
Tim Burton, right?
Tim Burton,
First film.
early
Is
Tim
what
Burton.
they say. Well, it's his first major film.
First major film,
Right.
I believe, right? But it's set in that fantastical world. Like, they sail over a cliff, still talking about Mickey, and they sail over a cliff and they just like
Parachute down.
convertible.
Yeah,
Convertible.
right.
So it's like,
It's a cartoon.
okay.
It is a cartoon.
It is. What's it supposed to mean?
Supposed to mean.
I'll tell you what it's supposed to mean. And then you end it with a Twisted Sister music video, which at least looks...
Evo, don't you fade. No Evo, don't you... That's a good song.
Do you ever notice they go to Warner Brothers? Like, it's a legitimate studio. Every movie they're making is like low budget,
Godzilla.
terrible, like the Christmas thing, Santa.
Were there Japanese people making Godzilla in that?
Yes. So
we got to make a prequel.
prequel.
Makes the most sense. We'll have a story of a young Pee-wee, how he became the person he is, the man-child. We don't get Pee-wee's backstory in those films.
Not at all.
Which adds to the intrigue.
Right.
So maybe we shouldn't ruin that.
Well, let's destroy it.
Oh, okay. He's born. We see him in the maternity leave.
Yeah.
And they place him down. Establishing shot. They place down this baby, and lo and behold, he's this little newborn, but he's wearing These little gray
This is
suit
great.
PJs.
Great suit PJs.
Yeah.
You got the little red bow tie.
That's where it comes from. And it says P.W. Herman on it.
Right.
So he's not Pee-wee yet. He's
No.
P.W. Herman.
No, and this is very important for our origin story.
Yes.
We don't want to give everything away.
No.
Just hints.
Mhm.
You know,
Just mostly.
little
Everything.
things.
Mhm.
Mother is just like the kind of, you know, like a fairy story where like the evil witch or
Check that
something
movie,
like
Flowers in the Attic.
what's that? I don't know what that is. Flowers in the Attic?
Really? You don't know Flowers in the Attic?
What is Flowers in the Attic?
It was this really popular movie in the 80s, I think, based on a book. Again, that my sister and people her age loved. I reference my sister a lot.
So,
Flowers in the Attic. So,
Pee-wee's mother, lots of close-up shots of her, you know, and low-angle shots.
I imagine Pee-wee being a very lonely child, so he spends a lot of time in his room by himself.
Right, imagination.
Developing this persona, right?
Right, and like at some point maybe there was a girl across the way. You know, they were having like a garage sale, and Pee-wee goes across the street and sees talks with this girl, but she's like getting rid of a dollhouse, and so he asks if he could buy it or take it, and she's like, sure, go ahead. And mother isn't too happy about that, and so Pee-wee kind of tries to hide it from her. And he has all these dolls, which helps to give him his creativity and imagination, and that's
we
when
could
he
tie in
forms his
Pee-wee's
own
Playhouse
world.
with this. Like
Exactly.
maybe he has this dollhouse and he has all these characters and these dolls that he gives them personalities, and we get Cowboy, whatever his name is, Cowboy Jim, Cowboy Curtis. Okay, I knew there was that. So Cowboy Curtis,
Cowboy Curtis is there, Globy,
Globy.
Couchy, Jambi,
Yeah.
you know, and it's
Nice reference, nice nod.
it's all in there, but it's like mostly in just his mind.
Oh,
you
that
know.
reminds me. What was our secret word today? Secret word is listen. So anytime somebody says listen, we have to yell.
Okay.
Just put that out there.
Yeah, I like the secret word.
Listen. Ah!
Well, it'll be a short thing to establish Pee-wee. And so what will happen is his mother will find out, hates everything that Pee-wee is doing, and then she starts to take all his toys, throw them into the fire.
Ooh, bonfire.
So she throws all the stuff into the fire.
Bonfire, fireplace.
Huge fire.
Oh.
And then mother, she's just she's had it, and she actually trips and falls back into the fire.
Oh, wicked witch.
And then the whole house starts to go up.
And they place him in an orphanage.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a 10 years later.
Okay.
So now he's 18.
Okay, so he's 18 years
Still
old.
at the orphanage. Starting to resemble the Pee-wee that we know.
He would stay there forever if he could.
Yeah,
but
he loves it there. He's very happy.
he's very happy. He's got some of his old friends back. And
He's just cooking.
He's cooking, but he's screwing it up. So finally, they've had enough.
Yeah.
They love him, but they're just look,
You need to move on.
you got to go.
They need a reason to get rid of Pee-wee. They love
Right.
him, like you said. So they come up with this plan. They're like, look, let's just tell Pee-wee that his father lives in this mystical land known as Las Vegas, which
Sure.
is 40 miles across the desert. So he starts walking through the desert for 40 days and 40 nights.
Who does he meet?
Lots of people. Yeah, they're all mirages. He starts hallucinating,
Oh, that's very good.
but they guide him on his way.
Okay, so he's gonna go through here and he's just gonna meet everybody, and maybe at the beginning he's totally game for this. You know, he's very happy.
He wants
he's
to find his father.
very excited, and he's just walking in his white patent leather shoes.
The first minute, and then cut to him just crawling through the desert.
Yeah,
Pee-wee, you're almost there. Yeah.
Where am I going? And so he's just crawling through, and then finally,
He sees a city in the distance.
right.
He thinks it's a mirage.
Right.
He passes out, and we fade to